Elon Musk, born in South Africa in 1971, is one of the world's most influential and wealthiest figures. From a young age, Musk showed an intense interest in technology and innovation, which would later define his career. He leads Tesla, SpaceX, X, formerly Twitter, and XAI, each pushing boundaries in technology, energy, and AI. His companies are not just businesses, they are movements that aim to revolutionize entire industries. Musk's ambitions, like colonizing Mars and transforming global energy, sound like science fiction, but he's made them part of our reality. His vision extends beyond Earth, aiming to make humanity a multi-planetary species. Through X, he shapes public discourse, amplifying voices and ideas that spark global debate about free speech and misinformation. His influence on social media has changed how information spreads and how people interact online. With a fortune exceeding $424 billion, Musk's every move is scrutinized by governments, media, and the public. His financial power gives him a unique position to influence global markets and political landscapes. Recently, he's become a lightning rod for controversy in the UK, drawing criticism from the highest levels of power. His actions and statements often provoke strong reactions, both positive and negative. His interventions in politics and culture have shifted his story from innovation to influence and power. Musk's role in shaping public opinion and policy is as significant as his technological contributions. This essay explores Musk's controversial speech at a far-right rally in London, the misinformation spread by his AI chatbot, and the resulting backlash. These events highlight the complex and often contentious nature of his influence. We'll examine the business risks for Tesla and the broader questions about responsibility that come with immense wealth and power. How Musk navigates these challenges will shape the future of his enterprises. The story of Elon Musk is now about the future of society itself. His actions and decisions will have lasting impacts on technology, culture, and the very fabric of our global community. On September 13, 2025, the City of London became the epicenter of political tension as it hosted the highly anticipated Unite the Kingdom rally, an event orchestrated by the polarizing far-right figure Tommy Robinson, whose reputation for stirring controversy preceded him. Over 100,000 people from across the country converged on the capital, filling the streets and squares and creating a charged, almost electric atmosphere in the city's heart. The rally, promoted as a defense of national identity and British values, was widely criticized as a dangerous congregation of extremists and hardline nationalists. Authorities, anticipating possible clashes, deployed hundreds of officers in riot gear, bracing for unrest and aware of the potential for violence to erupt at any moment. The sheer scale and meticulous organization of the event dominated headlines, but what truly stunned both the public and the media was the unexpected involvement of Elon Musk. Musk, the world-renowned tech billionaire, didn't appear in person. Instead, he delivered a carefully crafted, pre-recorded video address to the massive crowd. His participation electrified the rally, instantly elevating its profile and sparking heated debates about his true political allegiances and motivations. Why would a global tech visionary, celebrated for innovation, choose to endorse such a controversial and divisive event? By lending his voice, Musk was seen by many as legitimizing a political fringe that had long been rejected by mainstream society and political leaders. The rally quickly became more than just a protest. It was a flashpoint for deepening divisions, and Musk's involvement set off a firestorm of criticism from politicians, activists, and the public alike. As the dust settled, the stage was set for days of intense debate, public outrage, and a fierce backlash that would ripple far beyond London's streets. In his video, Musk used provocative language, framing the rally's cause as a fight for survival. He warned, "Violence is coming to you," and told the crowd, "You either fight back or you die." These words were widely interpreted as a call to arms, crossing the line from political speech to incitement. Musk attacked the UK Parliament, urging its dissolution and calling for a change in government. His rhetoric wasn't just criticism, it was a direct challenge to British democracy. He railed against the woke mind virus, blaming progressive values for the decline of Western civilization. By echoing far-right grievances, Musk aligned himself with a divisive agenda. His speech painted a picture of a nation under siege, urging confrontation. The message was explosive, and it resonated with an already agitated crowd. Musk's words would soon be blamed for the violence that erupted. The fallout was immediate and severe. The rally's charged atmosphere, fueled by Musk's speech, quickly turned violent. Clashes erupted between protesters and police, leaving 26 officers injured and parts of London in chaos. The violence was broadcast nationwide, making the consequences of the day's rhetoric painfully clear. Political leaders across the UK condemned Musk's remarks as dangerous and divisive. Prime Minister Keir Starmer and opposition leaders linked his words directly to the violence. The consensus Musk had crossed a line, endangering public order and democratic values. Business Secretary Peter Kyle and Liberal Democrat leader Ed Davey joined the chorus of criticism. The backlash was swift, united and unequivocal. The aftermath was defined by both physical harm and a powerful wave of political outrage. Musk's intervention had become a national crisis. The controversy deepened when Musk's AI company, xAI, became involved. As police shared footage of the violence, Musk's chatbot Grok falsely claimed the videos were from an old protest, not the rally. This misinformation spread rapidly on X, fueling denial and confusion. The Metropolitan Police publicly refuted Grok's claims, providing evidence to set the record straight. The incident showed how AI can amplify falsehoods during a crisis, especially when controlled by a powerful figure. Grok's history of controversial outputs raised alarms about the dangers of unchecked AI. The episode forced a major city's police force to debunk an AI in real time. It highlighted the urgent need for accountability in AI and social media. The spread of misinformation was not a glitch, it was a warning. Technology had fanned the flames of an already volatile situation. The Grok incident thrust the dangers of AI-driven misinformation into the spotlight, forcing society to confront a new and unsettling reality. Suddenly, the line between truth and fabrication became alarmingly thin, and the consequences of unchecked technology were impossible to ignore. As people increasingly rely on digital platforms for news, the spread of false information generated by AI makes it harder than ever to separate fact from fiction. The speed and scale at which misinformation can travel is unprecedented, leaving many feeling overwhelmed and uncertain about what to believe. When powerful AI tools are controlled by influential figures like Musk, narratives can be shaped, manipulated, and amplified with little oversight or accountability. This concentration of power raises serious concerns about who gets to decide what information reaches the public and how easily public opinion can be swayed. Official sources and traditional media are easily undermined in this environment as trust in established institutions erodes. This shift raises urgent questions about accountability, transparency, and the very nature of truth in the digital age. Who is responsible when AI spreads lies? The company that built the technology, the owner who deploys it, or the platform that hosts it? The answer remains unclear, and the lack of clear responsibility only deepens the crisis. The incident fueled urgent calls for strict regulation of AI and social media, with growing demands for transparency, liability, and stronger safeguards to protect the public from harm. Governments and tech leaders are now on a collision course over the future of digital information, each side grappling with how to balance innovation, free speech, and public safety. The Grok episode is proof that self-regulation has failed, and that voluntary measures by tech companies are no longer enough to address the scale of the problem. Trust in information is fundamental to democracy, and the stakes have never been higher. Without reliable news, citizens cannot make informed decisions, and the very fabric of society is at risk. The threat of AI-generated misinformation is real and immediate, affecting everything from elections to public health and beyond. The need for robust ethical guidelines, clear lines of responsibility, and enforceable standards is now critical if we hope to preserve trust and truth in the digital era. The backlash against Musk extended beyond politics, drawing condemnation from religious leaders as well. UK leaders, including Prime Minister Starmer and Business Secretary Kyle, called Musk's actions dangerous and irresponsible. The criticism was bipartisan, reflecting a rare unity in defense of democratic values. Liberal Democrat Ed Davey reinforced the consensus. Musk's intervention was an unwelcome intrusion. Pope Leo added a moral dimension, warning of the dangers of extreme wealth and inequality. He questioned the ethics of Musk's pursuit of $1 trillion fortune, highlighting the moral responsibilities of the ultra-rich. The Pope's comments resonated globally, shifting the focus from politics to the deeper issues of fairness and justice. Musk's influence was now being challenged on ethical, political, and spiritual grounds. Musk's political controversies have real consequences for his businesses, especially Tesla. Consumer backlash and calls for boycotts threaten the brand's progressive image. Movements like Tesla Takedown urge investors and buyers to turn away from the company. Tesla's volatile stock price is now tied to Musk's personal conduct as much as its products. Shareholders worry that Musk's focus is shifting from innovation to political battles. Debates over his massive compensation packages have intensified, with critics questioning the justification for such wealth. Musk's recent billion-dollar share purchase was seen as a strategic move to support Tesla's stock. The interplay between his personal finances, company performance, and public image is under intense scrutiny. Musk now faces a web of legal, regulatory, and brand risks. His rally speech has prompted calls for investigation under UK incitement laws, with potential sanctions looming. The Grok AI incident has fueled demands for stricter oversight of tech platforms and AI. Governments in the UK, EU, and US are considering new regulations that could directly challenge Musk's business model. Tesla's brand is at risk, as protests and boycotts threaten its reputation for innovation and sustainability. In a crowded market, any reputational damage is a serious disadvantage. Investor confidence and employee loyalty are at stake. Musk's actions have created strategic challenges for all his ventures. The risks are no longer just personal, they threaten the future of his entire business empire. The consequences of his choices are now playing out on a global stage. The Elon Musk saga is far from over, with critical developments on the horizon. Will UK authorities pursue legal action for his rally speech? The outcome could set a precedent for handling foreign influence and incitement. The Grok incident has accelerated the push for AI and social media regulation, with Musk at the center of the debate. Tesla's performance will be closely watched. Can the brand survive its CEO's controversies? The effectiveness of consumer boycotts will test whether a company can be separated from its leaders' actions. Musk's next moves, whether doubling down or pulling back, will shape his legacy. His unpredictable blend of ideology, business, and personal conviction keeps the world watching. The story is now about the intersection of technology, wealth, and power. Musk's influence is actively shaping the world we live in.